Hey, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, before I get started, I'm going to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Hakwadash. I want to say double honor to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, bring great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect, I want to say peace and blessings to the hopefully elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, the great song, this is your brother Nabah. I just come with this little quick lesson, not a lunch live special. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, who gives me the inspiration and motivation to do so. All right, for the evil times to come. All right, to give those that have ears to hear and eyes to see. All right, the protection, the hedge, a covering, which is the shield. All right, which is going to allow us to be able to stand the wiles of the devil. All right, and also to quench the fiery dots of the wicked, as we can see this devil. All right, and his plans, his wicked device. Now, the Lord have said in Jeremiah 3:15 that he will give us pastors, all right, teachers, leaders, prophets, all right, which will feed us, all right, which give us the understanding, but will feed us, all right, with knowledge and understanding and also wisdom. All right, now, I got this video, going into, all right, what the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, all right, has been saying for the longest as singing this new song. Now, it's going into the MOTB, as you got a lot of camps, all right, straying away from the truth of what it is. But that's why it's through faith and spiritual discernment, you'll know what it is, because the truth is plain. That's why the Lord told Habakkuk, write the vision, make it plain upon tables. All right? So when you see these things and you see it in the scriptures, it should click. But we understand only those that have ears to hear and eyes to see, will get this and understand this and hold this. All right? So I'm going to play this video. Matter of fact, let me get a precept real quick. Okay? This is Jeremiah 3:12. Go and proclaim these words towards the towards the north, and say, return, thou backsliding Israel, said the Lord Yahweh. And I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, said the Lord Yahweh, and I will not keep anger forever. And that's what you're seeing now as the Holy Spirit had entered back into the earth. All right? The Lord's mercy is being extended, all right, through his word. All right, it says, acknowledge thy iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord Yahweh thy power, and have scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, said the Lord Yahweh. Now, you go to Baruch 4, it said that the Most High that scatter us to be destroyed, but because we moved him to wrath. All right, so it's a time that we had to suffer the consequences of our actions. Now our iniquity is accomplished. So now we're in a stage of repenting, all right, and doing what's necessary to be pleased in the sight of the Lord. And it's coming by what? Receiving his word, man. All right, receiving the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that was going to withhold you in a time of trouble. Now it says, turn, O backsliding children, who said the Lord Yahweh, I am married unto you. I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. And how is this going to happen? It's going to happen by the word. All right, real quick. Baruch 4:37. It says, lo, thy sons come, whom thou sendest away. Thou come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. You see that? So the gathering is going to come by the word. Now, Jeremiah 3:15, what it says. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. You see that? We'll feed you with knowledge and understanding. So We're going to watch this video, and you have to have spiritual discernment of who camps is right. Is this camp right or that camp right? Is this camp teaching the right doctrine or that camp teaching the right doctrine? Let's watch this video and you to discern yourself, through the Spirit. And this is only for education purposes, only for use.
Now, it may sound like the stuff of science fiction, but a paralyzed man from Arizona has had a microchip implanted in his brain that allows him to control a computer with his thoughts. Noland Arbor was injured in a diving accident, but now, after years of being totally dependent on others, Noland says his life is transformed.
Welcome back, everyone. We've all seen movies like The Matrix, which show characters who can blur the line between man and machine. In our current reality, some are on the same journey, putting technology inside of their bodies with microchips. But how high are the risks, and what are the rewards? And what could this mean for our collective future?
In an instant, Noland's life changed, and the most basic tasks were not doable.
You just have sort of no control, no privacy, and it's hard. And you just have to learn that you have to rely on other people for everything.
But 8 years on, Noland became the first person to get this brain device from Neuralink, a US neurotechnology firm whose founder is Elon Musk.
I just imagine the sensation or what it might look like to wiggle my fingers, something along those lines, and I could get the cursor to move. Now I could actually control my computer with just my thoughts.
A handful of other companies have also developed and implanted similar chips. So how do these brain chips work?
The device is sitting in the motor region of the brain. It's picking up when someone's thinking about tapping their fingers. It can create what we call a digital motor output. And that's what's being used with a computer directly to click on things.
Back in Arizona, Noland hopes his brain power means a fulfilling future.
When you guys come together every year, what is the big wish list item that you all hope to one day make?
The thing everyone wants is Neuralink. It's frustrating because it's out there, but we don't know how it's built.
Now check this out. This is Revelation. All right, this is Revelation 13 and 14. And he says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. All right, and what you just saw was a miracle, all right, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which have wound by the sword and did live. And that's talking about the Roman Empire. It fell for a period of time, all right. Then you had the revival Rome, which is Rome 2.0, which is speaking about Babylon the Great, which is America, all right. And when you keep reading down, it's going to what? The RFID chip. All right? And it says it had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Man, you're going to be X'd out. All right? Exempt from, you could say civilization. You know what I'm saying? You'll be, so to speak, living on the grid. You're going to be in the lines, all right, with this system. All right, and it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. All right, and that mark is going to what? Charagma, which is the RFID chip. Now, check this out. This is Isaiah. All right. Come on, why you freezing up on me like that? Come on, really? See that? You won't let me touch that? Oh, man. Slugger. Alright, now check this out. This is Isaiah 8 and 20. That was crazy. Isaiah 8 and 20. To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no life in them. Alright, so continue, alright, to spiritually discern this video. Let's go back to it.
So if Elon was willing to open source all of his stuff like we do, that'd be great. It works on the premise that your brain's electrical signals can interface with a computer's electrical signals. That is the dream. That is the Johnny Mnemonic, everyone's favorite movie in biohacking.
Upload begins when you press here.
Or uploading information like in the Matrix.
How is it? I know Kung Fu.
There's definitely potential.
And real-life transhuman hacker himself, Len No, joins us. Len,
thank you for having me.
I've got a quick question to just kick things off. Why?
Well, that's usually the big question. It actually started with the concept of why not?
Okay.
So, to be honest, this was more of a progression. You don't live a pretty normal, vanilla life and then just wake up one morning and say, wow, today's the day I'm going to start shoving microchips in my arms.
Yeah.
So for me, it was more of a progression. I started with tattoos, got into standard body modifications, piercings.
Standard
augmentation.
I've got a tattoo. Does that mean I'm going to get chipped up?
Well, that depends. You know, if you're fortunate enough to get it, you never know.
Oh my! What can you run us through your setup? Is that right?
What are the specs?
Yeah. What do you expect? What implants do you
I'm
have?
one of the few people that actually comes with my own hardware list. So it would actually be the largest one.
Whoa. Is that looks like a Jats cracker. Is that right?
Jazz, what is it?
You see that? What is he showing now? What is he showing now? All right. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and born, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. You see that? Is it saying receiving white women in a bargo? Or is what we teach it is and what you see it is?
This is an NFC and RFID implant, so this allows me to actually interface to the same technologies on your cell phones that you use to tap to pay with. I can also use it to get into physical restrictions like your badging system in this beautiful building. I could skim one of your cards, write it down to one of my implants, and just walk up and open the door.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
But when you say that, right, so if you skim the card, then how are you entering that
I
information?
need an additional tool, but most of the time I can get away with just...
When you say additional tool, you mean a computer?
No, most of the time I mean my cell phone. I can actually program these on the fly.
Really?
Sorry, so what you're saying is you can walk into a secure building, like, say, this one, and just find your way in.
Yep.
With your cell phone and your
I wouldn't bring the cell phone with me.
You just do that just by
I would skim the card. Like, hypothetically, you have amazing staff here that are just lovely people, but I've watched them sit there and badge in. If I was able to skim one of those cards, I would leave this building, write it down to one of the implants, leave all of my cell phones, all my electronics outside, and I would basically walk into your building.
Okay.
If I was caught, the fact that these are inside my body actually gives me protection under medical privacy laws to the point where the authorities can't even ask me about them.
Oh, we need to change those laws. Okay, but hang on. Okay, right. All right, okay. I get this. I get you saying you're using it for good.
Yes, sir.
What I don't get is why any human should be allowed to have that capability.
Well, the ability for self-experimentation, it goes all the way back to Isaac Newton. So a lot of the greatest medical benefits that we've actually have in the modern age were originally started by people experimenting on themselves.
But I do believe that we are very early in that science. We are still learning about how the brain works in general. So the idea that a brain-computer interface, something that you would implant into the brain, can reveal these benefits, I think it would be really difficult because there's so much that we don't know.
When it comes to Neuralink, though, at the grassroots level, the level where the grinders are, there's a lot of concern about putting something inside the brain that will be collecting information directly from your body in such an intimate way, that technology being owned and operated by some kind of external entity is a source of profound concern.
I feel like the first people that can afford implants are going to be the millionaires. And a lot of the reason why the grinders do what they do is so that the technology can be for everyone.
Grinding and biohacking is so invested in the DIY model because it puts the technology and the information in the hands of the makers to share their vision of the future.
I genuinely believe that a lot of what's going on here helps trans people, disabled people, elderly people in the rest of the world, because we're thinking about, okay, what is it like when your body isn't working the way it's supposed to?
I'm trying to do blood glucose using vibrations with a small passive implant. This is the bleeding edge. People taking their own autonomy into their hands and moving biomedical science and engineering forward.
This is the place where you can show up and have some wacky idea and someone will go, no, actually, we can make that real and we're going to do it now.
What do you say to those people who might think this is insane?
To someone who thinks it's insane, I would probably say, just come hang out with us for a bit. I bet you any money by the end of the weekend you're going to leave with a microchip.
Again, back to the first, but why?
Well, if you go into some high security areas in governments and organizations, they will actually tell you that you have to leave your electronics in a locker before you go in. I would be able to then walk through restricted locations with technology that are actually actively pinging out for other network devices, potentially trying to auto-attack devices that it finds.
You're Batman.
Yeah.
Closer to Cyborg.
Okay, well,
both in the DC universe, I'll take it.
I don't know whether I'm scared, impressed, both.
But you're intriguing.
Yes.
But if I may answer your question from before, to protect yourself against this, most of the attacks against mobile devices can be solved by simply turning off that NFC. The problem is, as a society, we push towards the use of contactless payments, trying to use our cell phones. But that is the same technology that I can take advantage of. So just
Cash. Len has a book coming out called Human Hacked, My Life and Lessons. As the world's first augmented ethical hacker, would you please, thank Len No.
Thank you guys very much.
As y'all can see, now this is Ezekiel. (33 and 33). And it said, and when it come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know a prophet have been among them. So Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters edified. Or next time, Shalom, Bob, Rock, and may the Lord continue to bless y'all day. All right?